Hello everyone, welcome to Dorothy Chia Piano, where I talk about all things piano teaching and piano learning. Today we're going to discuss the topic of building the habit of piano practice. In my 30 years of teaching, I've come to realize that it's very important for piano teachers and parents to help beginning students to learn and develop the habit of piano practice. If you wait too long, then they come to a point where they are teenagers, they have too much homework to do, and they then prioritize their schoolwork and piano practice falls and take a back seat. And eventually, the dropout rate is highest when students reach their teenage years, and some of them do persevere and continue, but most of them unfortunately drop off. Recently, I had a parent that came up to me and said she's so tired of having to nag at her son to practice piano. So how can we as piano teachers help parents to help their kids develop the habit of practice? I'm going to share 3 tips. Tip number 1, integrate piano practice into a lifestyle habit, right from the point where the kid learns to take piano lessons. So don't give them a choice on whether they want to or they don't want. Just make it a habit. And I like to tie that habit to something that the student does every day. For example, they wake up and they brush their teeth, right? You don't need to think, do I want to brush my teeth today, or I have no time to brush my teeth? You just do it. So eventually the kids grow up to be adults and they continue this habit and they do not discuss why, they just do it. So it's become a habit. So find something that you do every day. So it could be maybe 5 o'clock is your dinner time, right? Then tie it to that dinner time where before dinner, do 30 minutes of practice and then dinner. So if 5 o'clock is your dinner, then 4:30 they start practicing, and by 5 o'clock they finish and then have a family dinner. So ingrain that into the daily lifestyle and the daily habit. So once it's a habit, it's easier for the child not to question the why, but just do it. Pretty much like exercise. Tip number 2, I would say that reward the child for practice. So I used to have challenges in my studio. So every month or so, we would have a challenge of how much practice the child has done. So sometimes we attach this to the number of minutes that the child has practiced. Sometimes we attach it to the quality of the work that comes back. And sometimes we also attach it to how many new pieces that child is able to learn in a month. Okay, so whatever it is, attach a sense of reward and a sense of achievement so the student can know that if they practice, the more they can cover, and because they're able to cover more, there's a reward waiting for them at the end of it. So it could be a physical gift from the teacher or a sticker, some sort of reward. Tip number 3, have the student take ownership of their practice. So one thing I like to do is in the notebook, I will usually draw a table and a chart so the student can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This chart is for them. It helps them to organize and manage their time. And the only criteria being that in my studio, I tell every student, if you have more time, practice more. And if you have less time, practice less. So I hope that helps. I've also done a quick survey among my students from very young kids to older teenagers and have them give their viewpoint on piano practice. Let's listen to what they have to say. In school, what level are you in?
Primary 4.
Yeah. Okay, does mommy have to nag at you to go and practice piano?
Occasionally.
Oh, what's your practice routine like then? Practice routine?
Usually I practice about 30 minutes a day unless there are exams coming.
Okay, Kai, what grade are you doing?
I am doing grade 1.
How old are you?
7 years
Okay, so every week I draw this table. Do you find this table helpful for your work at home?
Yes.
And how much do you spend each week practicing?
1 hour.
To 30 minutes,
30
right?
minutes.
Yeah, and then does mommy have to nag at you to practice or you do by yourself?
By yourself.
You do it yourself. And so which parent takes care of your piano practice?
None actually. I'm supposed to do it by myself.
Do it yourself. Okay, then roughly how much practice do you put in each time you sit down and play?
It ranges from 30 minutes to about 1 hour 20.
And then what grade are you doing?
Grade 2,
And what level in school are you at?
P6.
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Daryl.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in grade 6.
And what level in school are you at?
I'm Sec 2.
Can you share some of your like weekly practice routines? Like how much you practice, how long you practice, what you practice, how do you go about the practice? Just tell honest one. Yeah. You just say what you do lah, or you don't practice a lot also can lah. What's your practice strategy?
If I find time, sometimes maybe after school, after lunch, or like maybe before I do work, sometimes I will practice a bit. Not a lot. I will not dedicate a lot of time to it, but I do practice a bit. Then I'll try to do this every day, but sometimes I may not have enough time or it might slip my mind.
Would you say that it was easier in primary school to find time than in secondary school, or you think it's just time management?
I think it's easier in primary school because primary school, the latest that school can end is 4 o'clock. So by the time you get home, you definitely have enough time to practice.
But now in secondary
school, the latest time that you go home might be extremely late, even evening time. Then after dinner, you might not have enough time.
Then how do you counter this then? When will you find time or more time to free up your time? Holidays? What else?
Sometimes holidays, but sometimes let's say I don't have enough time on one day, I may decide to dedicate more time on another day.
Okay, all right.
So until the next week, I hope that you will like, subscribe and share this video. So till next week, bye bye.